but there's also things like air quality, which it's not just about the number, it's also about how you can perceive that just walking down the street. And I like to use the example of visibility. So when I'm teaching my classes to my students, I have pictures of national parks on hazy days and national parks on not hazy days. And the difference there is air pollution. It is typically particles in the air which are scattering the light and making that beautiful scene less crisp, less clear. Same thing can be said for skylines in cities. You come in, probably this morning when you came into work, if you looked at the skyline of Philadelphia, it looked pretty crisp because it rained last night and it washed out a lot of the pollution in the air. In a few days, or yesterday, it was a little bit more hazy just because we had had a nice warm day. The winds were relatively low early on and allowed pollution to build up in the area, and it made the skyline a little bit less visual. So connecting that view of an urban area and the haziness to something like the air quality index or the pollutant concentrations is another way of getting people to understand the problem in a much more personal way. And I think that's one of the things that I want to be working on in terms of communicating my research to a broader audience. So what is it that I do, and how does it relate to people who aren't scientists, people who just are citizens of the US or Philadelphia or the world?